Hi everyone, my name is Dorothea and I have a lot of footage on my phone that I tell myself, oh, if I ever wanted to be an influencer, I have content. But really the goal has always been documenting life, documenting good memories, documenting thoughts, video diaries. I have a lot of those on my phone. Not talking to anybody in particular, not hoping to have any audience necessarily. But today we're talking about food and I was like, this video has to be posted. I have to post it somewhere because it's so good not to share. So yeah, that's what this video is about, me trying something new. It's not a how to cook anything type of video. I don't have the authority or the training to be doing how to do this, how to do that video. It's just a video of me enjoying my dinner on this was it Wednesday afternoon. Just a video of me enjoying my dinner. So I don't know if you want to watch it, maybe while you're bored and you like listening to people talk. Then I talk quite a lot about nothing in this video. So sure, if you want to watch it then fine. If not, it really is for me to look back on later and laugh about how I enjoyed my dinner on this Wednesday afternoon. Is there anything else I need to say? Oh, the dish that I'm doing in this video is a Jamaican chilaquiles. So the first time I ate a chilaquiles was in Mexico with my sister. I have really fond memories of the dish, and so every time I eat at tortillas I think about, but how much better would this be if it had egg and cream and, you know, cheese, and that's always my thoughts. And so I bought one the last time I went to a supermarket, had it in my house for weeks, and this evening was the evening that I decided, okay, I'm gonna attempt to make a Jamaican version of this dish that I have such fond memories of eating while in Mexico. Because a lot of the things that I make now are just anything that I ate at a restaurant. I try to come home and make it. Once I like a dish, I'm gonna learn how to make it. So a lot of the things that I don't know how to cook is because I don't love it that much. At this point, I just need to learn how to make cornflakes from scratch because I love cornflakes, and learn how to milk a cow so I can get milk, or dry some soya beans so I can get some soy milk powder. But yeah, so if the future director watches this video, you really did that. I hope you're still making chilaquiles. Bye.
5 minutes later.
So I made Jamaican chilaquiles. I use this as a hot pepper sauce because my Mexican orange sauce is what I call it. The orange pepper sauce is finished. That would give it the more tangy Mexican flavor, but this from Manchester works well enough. It has lentils on it because I don't have red peas. I put fried plant in it, which is not usually in chilaquiles. It has eggs. It has the cheese. I put tortillas in it because I don't have the regular chips that Mexicans use. And I had some leftover sweet potatoes, so I fried it and put it to kind of form the base because the tortilla bag never carry enough chips. Put the cheese, my grate some cabbage, mix it with mayonnaise. I'm gonna make coleslaw basically. Sprinkle that on top with the lentil. I feel like a chef. And then I put some ketchup on it so you can have more moisture. But it's basically a lot of fried food. And I love the eating chilaquiles in, I believe chilaquiles, I hope I say the right name, you know, in Mexico with my sister. We went out and we ate it. And I loved it. So I'm like, when I had the bag of tortillas, I said, you know, I'm gonna try to make some chilaquiles. No. You can't even see the tomato. Oh, see one tomato, there's some more tomatoes in it than this. I don't know why all of them end up at the bottom. The lentil, I didn't season it that much because all the vegetable comes from the coleslaw. And I have more coleslaw, I think I might add it. A lot of it is under the lentil. So it looked like a little bit of cabbage, but it has more in there. And then we have the fried plant. I'm a chef, bro. I'm a chef. Alright, so I'm gonna try the Jamaican chilaquiles at this time that I made to see how I would improve it for another time if I were to try it again. So start with the lentil. The lentil is good. It's kind of salty. The spice, not falling enough against the spice. The spice I know. The Manchester Hills pepper sauce. That is very hot. Alright then, let's try some of the coleslaw with the cheese and the lentils. Okay, a little piece of egg got in there and the egg is really powerful. Alright, let's try a tortilla chip now with the coleslaw and the lentil. The ketchup kind of ruining. The ketchup subtracts. I've never loved ketchup with eggs, to be honest. But I just figured I needed something more saucy. Maybe I should have made a separate sauce. Next time, that's what I'll probably do. Make a separate sauce for the lentil, or to just wet the food a little more. This is the sweet potato now, the lentil and cabbage and cheese. It's good. What I wish I had was more cheese. Maybe a cheese spread. That made it better, because right now it just kind of coming like sweet potatoes and lentils with cabbage. But this Jamaican chilaquiles though, I hope I really, if I'm not saying the right Mexican food, this whole video will be embarrassing. But this one, it's not bad at all. I like the pepper sauce, I like the coleslaw. Wish I had a little more mayo, but I just finished my bottle of mayo on this coleslaw. In the coleslaw, I just put cabbage, a little all-purpose seasoning, tomato, onion, and then mayonnaise and sugar. So, tortillas. This actually starting to taste better. I didn't Google how to make chilaquiles. I just went based on my memory of eating it in Mexico. And I know there was like a base of the chips, so I used the tortillas for that. And it wasn't enough to cover the plate, because as big as this bag is, I probably only got 5 solid triangles out of it. Everything else was some baby triangles. So I fried the sweet potatoes to cover the base a little more. And I think the cheese, if I really had enough cheese, it would have just melt over it and then kind of bring it all together. Well, this is good. And I use the fried plantain as base as well. So that covered the bottom layer. It's almost like making a lasagna. That covered the bottom layer. It was the plantain and tortillas. And it was the egg. And then it was the cheese. And then it was the coleslaw. Then it was the lentil. And then I just sprinkled more cheese slices on top of the lentil because it was warm. So I figured that will help it to melt, which was what happened. I don't know, man. Like, I really feel good. I feel so good, like proper chef. Proper chef. The egg is so good. I feel like I've mastered cooking egg as a vegetarian that doesn't eat chicken. Ironically, I eat egg. But yeah, the whole debate about is egg chicken. What do you think about that? Because they're saying it's an unfertilized. They say the egg is vegetarian, although it comes from animal, because it's an unfertilized egg. And when the egg is fertilized, it becomes a chicken, which is now an animal. And so eating an egg, which is it just comes from a chicken, doesn't necessarily mean you're eating meat, which means technically you're still vegetarian. But I'm considering myself vegetarian because the only meat I take is fish, so I'm pescatarian, right? However, I started to eat egg more frequently recently, and I don't know, am I still a vegetarian? Because egg is not really meat. or do you consider it meat? Because but it's not fertilized, so it's not yet a baby chicken. That I believe that's the argument around egg. I went for a second plate and I just pull out the front of my hair because I'm like, if I'm gonna end up posting this on YouTube for real, which I want to do, then I may at least look half presentable. Let me put on a blouse actually. Yes, so outfit change because I decided that if I'm gonna end up really posting this on YouTube, I'd like to look and present half decent, you know. So I did a second bowl of the chilaquiles. This one doesn't look as social media friendly as the first because I kind of just plaster everything on the plate. But I like mix up food. When I used to buy box food in high school, I'd close that box and just shake it up, you know. The little box that about this size at that time, it used to cost $2.50. Now I'm working at a school and I can't afford lunch. $7.50 for that same box. Crazy. So I used to close the box and just shake it up because I personally like when everything goes around. I'm not OCD. I like the food touching each other. So people might look on it and be like, that don't really look good. That mix up. That's how I like my food. But my friends will tell you, or whenever friends will say we're gonna do some cooking together, they're always very skeptical while I'm cooking. But it's simply a case of trust the process, or don't judge a book by the process. Putting all type of ingredients into the pot. Rice and pasta. My friends will tell you about that one because I like to break spaghetti into my rice when I'm cooking. And it doesn't taste bad. So I don't know what the big deal is. To me, the kitchen is just a lab. Like, you don't know what tastes good until you start mixing ingredients. And a lot of the times, things are not as original as they feel, because when I mix certain ingredients together that are not usually together, and I'm like, wow, I just discover something, I go and Google it and it's usually there. It's like nothing is new under the sun. It's usually there, that is already a dish in some other culture. It's just that it's not common in Jamaica. And seeing as I've been to Mexico a couple of times, there are a lot of foods over there that I love, and I'm just making knockoff Jamaican versions to them because I don't have the exact ingredients. Ooh, let me show you the orange sauce I was talking about in the first video where I was showing the dish, and I said, oh, my orange sauce ran out. Let me show you it. Here it is. It's called Mexico Lindo, beautiful Mexico. I call it, look how much I have left. Oh, you can't see, that's how much. I call it orange sauce because it's really strikingly orange. I don't know if the camera picking it up. Strikingly orange, and I don't usually remember the word habanero, so I just call it orange sauce. Actually, I'm gonna add a little and see. Listen to this and see. It wasn't too peppery because I find that the peppers there aren't peppery, but I do have I think a decent tolerance for pepper. Alright, so finished eating. How would I rate this on a scale? My mouth is on fire. How would I rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest? I put it as a 7.3. It lost marks. Lost marks because it's funny because I just said I have a high tolerance for pepper. I don't. I just like pepper. It could be cheesy, huh? What else? I loved the coleslaw. Things that I loved. Let's start there. I love the coleslaw because I love cabbage and I like coleslaw. I like cabbage and mayonnaise together. I liked the lentils. To be honest, that was my second time cooking lentils. The first time I ever cooked lentils was for home and family class, a home and family class back in high school, when we did a lentil patty. So I had to cook the lentils for it. And this was my second time. And it came out pretty okay for the basic seasoning that I used. Yeah. What else did I love? I used tortillas chips and it did well. The fry pan was good. Sweet potato was good. It had a healthy element to it because it's a lot of fried food. The egg was really good. As I said earlier, I think I'm pretty okay at making eggs. And yeah, it was alright. It was overall alright. What did I not like about it? As I said, it could have been cheesier if I had more cheese. But that's it. There's some left in the plate. My belly is full and I don't want to overeat. So I'll just probably put this down for later. Probably I might be eating it still. I don't think I have anything else to say.